and Grand Rising. Oh my God. Oh, I'm gonna be giving y'all new posts everywhere. Oh my God. We are definitely when I show y'all. Okay, so yeah, this is 2020 24, and the spirit said, well, it's the only way to get her where she belong. Expose her. Don't hold back no more. Every single pawn, everything is now to be exposed. She is not to be any teacher looking like, but we will get a better illustration of her behavior and what is so familiar about certain individuals. So let's go.
Well, people who are envious, you know, I trace it to childhood. There's a great writer, Melanie Klein, a psychoanalyst, who said that there are children who are envious children. They're greedy, envious children. They envy the attention that other siblings are getting, right? And they go through life becoming enviers. But people like that have learned over the years to disguise their envy. They have to disguise it in some way because if they show it, it'll turn people off, and they'll be very limited in what they can get in life.
Right.
So these are masters at disguising the signs of their envy. So they'll do things like that. They'll give you advice that is meant to kind of confuse you or throw you off or lead you down the wrong path, on and on. Um, there are myriad disguises that enviers have, and I try and show all of them. I mean, one thing that I think is really critical is that I talk a lot in this book about nonverbal communication because I think it's a huge area in social interactions that we normally don't pay attention to. People give off a lot of information by their body language, by their looks, by their tone of voice, and enviers often can be unmasked by their micro expressions, by their tone of voice. They may be praising you and saying something good, but their tone of voice is kind of cold, and it's made to make you wonder whether there's something else going on. Or you'll detect, so I have an example here of a way to test this, whether you're dealing with an envier. If you tell them some good news about yourself, you'll see a flash of disappointment in their eyes. It'll only last like half a second, and they'll quickly cover it over. Or if you say something bad that has happened to you, you'll see a slight smile that crosses their face, Or people who gossip a lot. That's another kind of disguise of envy. They're saying bad things about other people. And we all love gossip, and it's kind of juicy and fun.
Right.
But it's a way to disguise the fact that they really envy the people that they're trying to bring down.
He sense envy, right? How does one handle that? How does one deal with that?
Handle one's own envy or from other people?
No. Forget about other people. So first, let's address my own.
You have to be first willing to be honest with yourself.
Sure.
And to want to change this part of your character. But, look at these sort of strong moments in your life where you really hated somebody and maybe you acted on it, or you said something kind of insulting to a person. We've all done that. And you will tell yourself originally they triggered it by their action. I want you to go back and start seeing what might have been a different scenario where you might have felt a pang of envy. So as you say, even with the con artist who con people, there's a degree of, God damn, that guy got away with it. That's pretty neat. That's pretty interesting, There's always usually a root of that, even with somebody that you hate or really despise. For some reason, there's a little spark of envy where you kind of admire the fact that they got away with something that you couldn't get away with. So you got to dig back and look at the actual causes of it, but look at those moments in your life in which you felt a very powerful negative emotion towards a person, and try and see if going kind of reverse engineering it, you can go back to the moment and see the original sense of envy that you might have had. Keep this in mind. An ancient writer going back like to 7th century BC, Hesiod, said, "The potter envies the potter, the writer envies the writer." And what it means is you're going to envy people who are in the same situation or boat as you. I don't envy my carpenter who got a great new job working on a house because I'm terrible with my hands. I could care less. I'm happy for him. But a writer who's suddenly 55 on Amazon while I'm at 77, I'm going to feel envy for. So look at the people in your profession. Your dislike of that fellow artist or that other podcaster, 99% sure that it comes from a place of envy.
For sure, yeah.
Right? So those are kind of signs of it. And then from there, from that place, and that degree of honesty, I give you tips and strategies for how to alter that envy into another dynamic. So for instance, you're always envying people who have more than you, who are doing better than you. But there's billions of people on this planet who are doing a lot worse than you, right? The opposite of envy is gratitude, where you feel grateful for what you had as opposed to envying what other people have. And without getting too Pollyannish about it, you can always feel grateful for the fact that you're alive, that you're healthy, that you've got your brains and your wits about you, that you've got a decent job, that you have some people in your life. Why don't you look at the people who have a lot less than you, and instead of feeling envy for those who are better, why don't you feel grateful for what you have? People are not nearly as happy and successful as you think they are. Mm-hmm. They only present those happy moments on Bali on their Facebook feed. They're not showing the angry little bitter fight that they had with their girlfriend 2 hours before, in which she left, saying, "Wait, you asshole, I'm leaving you," kind of thing. They're doctoring their image that they present to show the best parts of their life. I talk in the book about how we always envy really wealthy people. And who was the wealthiest person in the world in the 1960s? It was Aristotle Onassis. And I read about him in this Jacqueline Kennedy biography. He was the most miserable man on the planet. He was so fucking insecure. He was just a nightmare to deal with. So if his billions couldn't buy him just an ounce of happiness, then these people that you envy aren't really worth envying, right? They're not really as happy as you think they are.
Yeah.
Is a crutch in any way from you guys using your own discernment or going to your own higher power for. And I really don't think you guys are really going to notice a big difference, but it's what God is guiding me to do. So I will still be here for motivation. I will still be all three platforms everyone else is doing. That's how you know you probably should be doing it. Okay, it's the same as like investing. Everybody will be over here investing in what's trending. And what you want to invest in over here, people, your financial advisor, like, oh, no, don't do that. Don't invest in that. Oh, I wouldn't do that. That's going to be what you invest in. You're going to invest in yourself. And that's what I want to teach on my platform is you guys investing in yourselves, believing in yourselves, and believing. This is not that common anymore. You feel me? And open the platform for that. And I also want to encourage those of you that have your own platform, if you were feeling, I'm going to shift. What are we using as crutches where we're like, I know I can ask God, but I can find out myself. I can just do this myself. You know what I mean? So popular. Okay, a lot of you be figuring out today, and I wanted to answer questions for you guys and then just give you advice from. Okay, a lot of you guys are influencers. You might feel like, oh my gosh, am I leading my subscribers in the wrong direction? Am I leading them on the wrong path? What am I doing? Okay, what am I doing? And so that's what we are going to be figuring out today. And I wanted to answer questions for you guys and then just give you advice to something that is unpopular. Okay, a lot of you guys are influencers. You might feel like, oh my gosh, am I leading my subscribers in the wrong direction? Am I leading them on the wrong path? What am I doing? Okay, what am I doing? And so that's what we are going to be figuring out today. And I want to something that is unpopular. Okay, a lot of you guys are influencers. You might feel like, oh my gosh, am I leading my subscribers in the wrong direction? Am I leading them on the wrong path? What am I doing? Okay, what am I doing? And so that's what we are going to something that is unpopular. Okay, a lot of you guys are influencers. You might feel like, oh my gosh, am I leading my subscribers in the wrong direction? Am I leading them on the wrong path? What am I doing? Okay, what am I doing? And so that's what we are going to be figuring out today. And I wanted to answer questions for you guys and then just give you advice from what I'm reading that you're writing and my own personal advice. And I just.
Brittany, I put the link out there. I finally did it. You are a good cocksucker. Boy, when your team see you sucking on that cock and see you getting kicked and all that spit on and everything. Ghetto gagger ass. It's gonna be a horror show for your peoples on that little low budget grub.com, porn.com whore. You know, you kiss your YouTube career goodbye. Majority of y'all think you winning. You're not winning because it's a process and everything is divine timing. And every little bitch shit you got going on, you helped this case. And I want to thank you for being the retarded bitch that you are. You made this case so easy to expose you of the dumb whore that you are. You are a phenomenal slut. A dumb, low vibrational, low key, envious bitch. You envy. You envy everything you think you're not. You insecure bitch. Everything you got going on is your karma. It's just the beginning of those crocodile tears. Bitch, you have 2 years now to get the fuck on. But 2024, bitch, is definitely mine. So we will see as we go along, whore. And people, you can't control nothing else. You think you can control YouTube, but you can't control the minds of many when they see you sucking on that cock. Bitch, from hell, you've been warned, bitch. And what you ain't gonna do is keep fucking around, cause now it's time for you to fuck around and fuck around, whore. Do what you do best.